Hello today and welcome back to second chapter. Oh, we took like a one video break last week, but now it's back. But for me, it's been like 3 weeks. I haven't played this game in a while. I got a head on recording, and then Dark Souls came out, and now I'm coming back to Trails, so I gotta kind of remember how to play the game a little bit. So we just ended chapter 1, and we did the post-chapter content, and now we're aboard, I believe, the Cecilia, en route to Zeiss. Let's talk to the NPCs before we land. Rouen may be focused on their local election problems, but the rest of the kingdom's talking about the signing ceremony. After all, we're signing a non-aggression pact with the same country that we fought for 3 months of bloody slaughter just a decade ago. I hope it will finally melt the ice a little between our two nations. Referring to Erebonia, of course. Simon, you made right sure to secure the orbment, yes? We must make sure those ducks are all in a row before the Imperial traders start arriving. Yes, ma'am. We've already spoken to the head of the central factory. All we need now is a contract to move the orbments. Rouen may be all excited about their mayoral election, but... Okay, so Zeiss, you know, the place we're headed to now, doesn't even have a mayor. Instead, the head of the central factory fulfills the mayoral duties for the city and the region. Perfect system for an industrial city like that, if you ask me. That is true. I've never actually thought about the fact that Zeiss doesn't have a proper mayor. Thank goodness. That passenger has finally quieted down. I thought I was going to have to step in and brain him with his instrument. Until a little while ago, he was playing some very, bright tunes on his lute. He even forced me into a duet with him. It takes all kinds, I guess. Including pushy kinds. Oh, Ollie, look at him, he's fucking drinking on the plane. Of course he is! Ollie! Estelle, enjoying our flight through the heavens? Look, gaze upon this magnificent azure sky. Ah, but there is nothing better to drink to. Well, the weather is great and the sky is pretty, but we're, almost to Zeiss, Olivier. Should you really be drinking? Oh, come now. Don't say that. Somewhere beneath the brilliant sky is my beloved Joshua. The pain he must be feeling on his solitary journey. Such thoughts drive a man to drink, you see. Excuse me, but that is entirely and exclusively my line. At least things never get too serious with you around. I guess that's a good thing. Kinda, maybe. I shall take that as the highest praise. I am relieved, however. Huh? The Black Fang. I had wondered if the words of the Phantom Thief had shaken you. I see I had no cause to be concerned, however. You have a will of iron, Estelle. Oh. You were worried about me, Olivier. That's kinda sweet. Remember, I'm a wandering bard and poet, ever in search of that pinnacle of human affection. Maidens in love shall find no greater ally than I. Well... Ah, please. I do not need a staffing today. I promise I was not teasing you. I actually find your relationship heartwarming. Those new clothes of yours, for example. You purchased them because you wished for Joshua to see you in them, yes? You look excellent in them, I must say. Thanks. What's with the embarrassing compliments all of a sudden? Besides, Shara got me these clothes as a present. Joshua, well, maybe he liked them. A little. What's with that look? Forgive me. That was just more than I expected. Let us leave that topic behind for a while then. Come, Estelle, I shall treat you to a legal cocktail. I guess it is a bit tempting, but we're nearly to Zeiss. Try not to drink the whole bar yourself, Olivier, or you'll pass out and miss our stop. Don't you worry. I only lose myself in drink when it is poured by a lovely lady. You realize that's not something to brag about, right? Oh, on that note, Estelle, would you like to read a certain book? It's very interesting, although it is banned in Erebonia. A banned... If you're trying to push smut on me, Olivier, I swear to Adios. No, not at all. It's a pleasant novel set in the Calvard Republic. But alas, our noble imperial overlords have deemed it improper for our education, so you cannot find it in the Empire's borders. Oh, I see. The Empire's kind of a hard place to live, huh? I had heard reports of its quality, and now I've finally had a chance to read it. Everything I'd heard was true. It is most excellent reading. Huh, neat. What kind of story is it? See for yourself. I'm quite done with it, so go ahead and take it. Really? Cool. Thanks. Yep, he has the 3rd volume of Gambler Jack. Oh, thank you very much, Ollie. Let's see, who have we not talked to? Oh, I never did go outside. We got started inside. Chloe's out here. Ah, this sucks. You can't see Lyson Fortress from here. I guess they wouldn't let a passenger ship near their airspace, though, would they? Who cares about moving stairs? I want to see the hot springs. I heard it's like one huge bath. I heard that Zeiss has stairs that move. Moving stairs. I want to ride them. I want to ride them. Now, that's enough running around. You're bothering the other passengers. Oh, hi, Estelle. Taking a walk around the ship? Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, Chloe. What do you do when you need to get back to Grand Cell? Do you get the Royal Guard to fly you there? No, of course not. That would be a little obvious. I just use normal flights like everyone else. I usually go back twice a year, once for New Year's and once for grandmother's birthday. So you're kind of used to passenger flight, huh? Oh, but what does Zeke do then? Does he fly along at his own pace to the capital? Oh, well... Zeke, come here! Huh? Whoa! Scree? Sorry, I'm just calling you for a moment. Well, that was a surprise. So Zeke can follow the ship? Cool. Scree! Zeke can fly level at speeds of up to 1800 Celsius per hour. Most airships cruise at around half that. So to Zeke, this isn't much faster than an evening stroll. Oh, I see. You really are better than the average Falcon, aren't you, Zeke? Scree! Zeke's speed is the reason he's so useful for contacting the Royal Guard. If for some reason I can't use powered communication, nothing in the country can carry a message faster than Zeke. I thought so. I remember how fast you got in touch with Julia during that thing with the mayor. Can I talk to Zeke? No, they're a pair. The wind feels so nice. With the weather like this, Zeiss is going to be lovely. Right downstairs. No, let's go up actually. I always forget to go up. No, that's probably the ending point. I imagine that's where Cel's seat is. Hello? What is it? The skies are calm and we should be arriving on schedule. Please relax and enjoy the voyage. Voyage? I guess voyage is more proper. Helm, adjust course slightly. I think the stern of the ship is being dragged to the north slightly. Okay. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doot. Affirmative. I've never talked to this guy. Changing course. Doot-doot-doot-doot-doot. Okay. I wonder what his dialogue was in Japanese. Okay, deep breaths. I need to ready my camera before we land. My one and only chance to get the picture will be when we're landing. Next is Zeiss, eh? I hope the workshop ship is in the harbor. Okay, that's what he's talking about. If I'm lucky, the Arcel will be in port. I'm so excited that my camera hand is shaking. Oh, so he's trying to get a snap of the Arcel. Hello, ma'am. Need a hand with something? This is the huge cargo room. It's dangerous down here, so watch yourself. Right, let's head up to the top floor. There's Shara. Currently to our right is the Titith Bay, Liberal's gate to the Great Sea. While it is currently slightly cloudy, you should be able to make out the coastline. I'm heading home to Zeiss. I haven't had a chance to rest in a while. Been working all the time. Once I get home, I just want to kick back and relax for a while. Apparently that non-aggression pact's being signed at the Herb Royal Villa. Speaking of, that makes me think of that whole mess with Richard. Of course, last I heard, he's still in the stockade at Lyson Fortress under guard 24/7. They say the three nations are going to be signing a non-aggression pact soon. I'm impressed with Queen Alicia, bringing both the Empire and the Republic to the same table like that. I suppose the non-aggression pact is a good thing. My own feelings toward Erebonia are complicated, to say the least. After all this time, though, It's for the best to reconcile. Hello, Estelle. Looking around the ship again. Pretty much. I never rode airships much before now, so it's all kind of still new to me. I remember my first work trips on them and getting all excited too. I'd never ridden an airship before in all my travels. I guess the circus didn't use airships much, huh? Did you guys ride around in orbital-powered carriages then? No. Most of our carriages were of the single horsepower variety. Mr. Harvey did have an old orbital drive carriage though. Huh, okay. Now that I think about it, whenever your troop visited, you guys were in a lot of covered wagons. You remember. You touch your teacher's heart, my dear sweet Estelle. Anyway, airships are still fairly uncommon outside of Liberl, as I understand it, especially as civilian vehicles. Most other countries prefer orbital-driven ground-based transportation. The Erebonians favor orbital-driven trains and have a pretty large rail system connecting their major cities. And our Calvardian neighbors use orbital buses. Orbital buses? What kind of vehicle is a bus? A bus is basically a very large orbital carriage. It's a little like an airship. You pay in advance and it'll take you from place to place. It isn't nearly as fast as an airship, but the pace is gentler. They're easy to maintain and they're quite pleasant. Huh, neato. I kinda want to ride one now. Speaking of which, Shara, you've been to Calvard, right? I heard you met Zen there. Come on, I gotta hear that story. There's not that much to it, I'm afraid. I was on an errand for Cassius. He needed me to deliver a document to Calvard's eastern quarter. That's where I first met Zen. I see. I gotta admit, I can't imagine what a town full of Easterners would be like. It was exciting, very different culturally, and exotic. You should visit if you get the chance. Boy, I would really like to get that chance. Maybe in about 5 or 6 years, Falcom. Thank you for flying with us today. We will be arriving in Zeiss momentarily. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask that all passengers take their seats. Okay, first stop for us should be the guild house here in Zeiss. We need to check in with Kilika. Kilika? A rather exotic name for Liberl. It sounds Eastern. What kind of woman is she, I wonder? You never give up, do you? To put it simply, capable. She is a flawless administrator, and she's also a very accomplished martial artist. She's also quite lovely, but she doesn't have time for, frippery. I would advise caution, my dear Linheim. Huh, now my interest is positively piqued. What are we waiting for then? Let us await. What? Is this the fury of Kilika? Would you give it a rest already? It's an earthquake? Ah, help! The dock is going to collapse. Run for your lives! Everyone, please calm down. The port is designed to endure high-magnitude earthquakes. It can easily handle one this small. Please, don't panic. It stopped. Phew, thank Adios that's over. Everyone, please come to reception in an orderly fashion. Let's not panic. Ooh, man, it's been a while since I was in an earthquake. That was so cool. Well, that was a great way of getting welcome to Zeiss. It wasn't very strong, but attention world. Please wait until I'm not on a scaffolding before you shake again. Love, Estelle. I'll sign that letter too. It's rare for us to get an earthquake in Liberl, though. Really? Chloe is right. Earthquakes are very unusual here. Now we really do need to check in at the guild house to see what the damage is. So there was no serious damage to the central factory. Thank goodness. The city has also remained calm for the most part. I believe there is little to worry about on that front. Yes, I understand. Please continue to do what you can. Farewell. Your timing is quite serendipitous. Thank you for coming, Estelle. Scheherazade? I imagine your welcome at the port was quite warm. Yeah, kinda. It's been a while, Kilika. As always, you're 2 steps ahead of everyone. It's good to see you again, Kilika. Likewise, I'm glad to see you here. And you two would be Olivier Lindheim and Her Highness Princess Claudia, I believe. Or shall I say, Miss Chloe Renz. I'm Kilika. I handle reception here at the Zeiss branch of the guild. A pleasure to meet you two. No, the pleasure is ours. My word, but your beauty eclipses even what I expected. Madam, allow your humble servant Olivier Lindheim to improvise a song to... According to Jean, you've both officially registered as assistants, yes? Assistants are free to use the rest area upstairs, just as normal bracers do. Feel free to use it to relax, for meetings, etc. Thank you. Yes, but my impro... If you wish to play your lute, you are welcome to play it upstairs. Do restrain yourself to reasonable limits, however, if you please. Yes, ma'am. Wow, I think Kilika might be even harder on Olivier than Shara. Well, putting aside our repressed musician for now, how is the job situation looking? Are we sewed under? We do have some work posted, but nothing urgent at the moment. You're welcome to attend to it as you see fit. But, Huh? What's up, Kilika? You look like you're thinking about something. This is not a normal job, but a request from the guild. In your position as the group investigating the Society of Ouroboros, I'd like you to check on something. Check on something? This is a bit sudden. What do you mean? It's actually what you might expect. I want you to investigate the earthquake that just happened. Investigate the earthquake? You mean like go around asking about damage? Well, sure, but what does... Well, yes, that as well, however. 3 days ago, a similar earthquake occurred at the Wolf Fort. It lasted about 10 seconds, and the quake was not strong enough to cause any real damage. 2 earthquakes then. That's worrying. There's one particularly odd point, however. The earthquake at the Wolf Fort did not affect the city of Zeiss. Wait, huh? Well, that is strange. If I recall the map correctly, the Wolf Fort is not far from the city. An earthquake centered there certainly should have been felt here in the city, to at least a small extent. It was a weak quake, so it is possible we simply did not notice. Still, your friend is right. It does seem unusual, unnatural. I cannot help but feel a terrible sense of foreboding about it. No, I think I get it. Just like with our ghost, weird stuff like this makes me curious too. We'll be happy to do what we can, Kilika. We should begin by asking around the city and the fort, I think. Yes, I'll be counting on you. Mr. Murdoch is already gathering information about the quake in the city, however. I expect he'll be thorough, so you don't need to worry about the city. Okay then, so off to Wolf Fort. Well, ultimately this is just my personal suspicion. Remember, it's nothing urgent. Feel free to investigate as you see fit while working on other jobs. Besides, I believe you have someone to say hello to, yes? Oh, yeah. We saw a new gospel too, so we really should go see Tita and Professor Russell. That seems like a good idea, yes. Let us delay our guild work until we say hello then. Come, let us reunite with Tita with joyful hugs. I'll kindly ask you not to hug anybody, thanks. Still, let's head over to Professor Russell's place. Sure, right after I check the board. Ooh, yeah, lots of new stuff. A stolen sign, long-term thing, from the guild. Someone has stolen the branch office sign. God damn it, I remember this. We are currently investigating its whereabouts. Bracers able to cooperate with the investigation are to contact branch receptionist Kilika. Please ask about the sign. Trading assistance from the Royal Army. To Estelle Bright. At Lyson Fortress, we are holding a short-term special training program. As such, we'd like to ask the winners of the martial arts competition to participate. If you are able to join, report immediately to Lyson Fortress. Fucking game just crashed? Are you serious? Oh, it's dead. Great. Alright, I figured out what caused that crash. Opening this third quest at 4K crashes the game. Amazing, right? It wasn't my recording software. It was just opening this thing at 4K. New model orbital gun test. From Carl. Recruiting testers for a new gun. Read over the requirements below and then please come to me. Test details will be explained in the workshop on the 3rd floor of the central factory. Application requirements, experience with orbital guns, skill confidence with shooting, no particular preference in weapon maker. Caldia Tunnel Monster from the Guild. A dangerous monster, whale frog, has been sighted in the Caldia Tunnel. Bracers affiliated with this branch are asked to respond immediately to this threat. Item of note, reptilian monster with a poison tongue. Will call offspring. And Trat Plains Monster from the Guild. A dangerous monster, Mantrap, has been sighted on the Trat Plains. Bracers affiliated with this branch are asked to respond immediately to this threat. Item of note, causes a variety of abnormal statuses with its gases. That's my life, baby. Alright, now let me stop the game and switch back over to the correct resolution. God, PC gaming is such a pain sometimes. Alright, let's continue. My goodness. What a big runaround that was. Let's go see the Russells. Been putting it off. Huh, are Professor Russell and Tita even in? From what I know of Russell, it wouldn't surprise me if he's at the central factory. Grandpa! The 2nd floor is cleaned up! Thank you, Tita. Could you organize the parts next? Okay. I don't think we have to worry about finding them. Come on then. Working hard, Tita? Huh? Oh, Shara! Hi, what brings you here? Wait, I remember you. Cassius Bright's apprentice, right? It's been a while, you two. It's really a bit of a mess in here. Is it because of the earthquake? Oh yeah, sorry. Hiya, everyone. What? Sorry I haven't been in touch. Estelle, hello. Estelle? What, Tita? What's... It's really you. I thought you were gone forever. Oh, wait, hang on. Gone forever? I'd never do that. But I heard Joshua ran away. And then you left the country. I thought I was never going to see you again. Oh, Tita. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have left without saying anything. As I recall, Cassius sent you off to that bracer school in Le Mans, didn't he? When did you get home? I just got back a little while ago. I was working in Rouen after getting back. I only just arrived in Zeiss. I see. Well, welcome back. Ah, wait, the two with you. Hello, Professor. Tita. I'm sorry I've been out of touch as well. Pardon our intrusion, good sir. Chloe, Olivier, everyone's here. This is wonderful. They're helping us with our investigation. A lot of stuff happened in Rouen. Well, let's get comfortable and hear the story. Come, I'll show you to the living room. So the true force behind the coup is on the move again. And they had another gospel with them. Troubling. A holographic projector that can show an image all the way across a region? How is that even possible? Well, the concept of a projected holograph is nothing new. I've been kicking around ideas for pulling it off myself even. But a device that can project a lifelike 3-dimensional image great distances away from its origin point? I can scarcely even imagine the physics behind such a thing. That weirdo we fought said something about an experiment with a new gospel. It did seem bigger than the ones from before, but it didn't stop our orbits. Say, on that note, how was the gospel we captured a while ago? Have you made any progress in analyzing it? About that. The more I investigate that little enigma, the stranger it gets. Stranger? Yes, let me start at the end actually. I am convinced the orbital shutdown phenomenon is not a function of the device itself. What? But that black orbit had stopped other orbits dead in their tracks. We've seen it, Professor. You've seen orbits stop in its presence. That isn't quite the same thing, my lady. No matter how I look at it, though, the quartz in the device simply cannot actually do that. It can certainly warp orbital fields. Oh, how it can do that, but suppress them, no. Warp orbital fields? Oh, orbital fields refer to the electromagnetic field generated by an individual orbital device. With normal orbits, you can describe an orbital field by drawing its field lines, and those follow very specific rules. When Grandpa tested the gospel, though, its field didn't obey those rules at all. This is going a little above my pretty little head, I'm afraid. Yeah, afraid not much is registering. In layman's terms, it's a warped orbital field that doesn't obey the laws of such things as we understand them. Regardless of that, though, ultimately, an orbital field amounts to nothing more than orbital energy in an area. Unless you were to apply very specific direction and purpose to them, you shouldn't get the orbital shutdown phenomenon effect regardless. To be honest, I'd been utterly stuck on this, but with your report of this holographic business, I may have an idea. Thank you for letting me know. Well, I'm not sure how that was useful, but you're welcome. The Royal Army has custody of the device that the Ouroboros agent used. I'm sure they'll let you have a look at it if you contact them. I may just do that. Speaking of which, what are you going to be up to now? Will you be working in Zeiss for a while? Oh yeah, about that. Estelle explained the situation concerning the guild's request to investigate the earthquakes. Ah, so Kilika thinks the earthquakes. Well, it is true that earthquakes are rare here in Laburl. And she is correct about the earthquake at the Wolf Fort. 3 days ago. I think Miss Kilika is right. I don't remember Zeiss getting any tremors at all. That is kind of weird. Well, it's a natural phenomena, so I kind of doubt the society is involved. It's still pretty weird though, and we'd like to figure out what's going on. Indeed. Earthquakes, I wonder if it would be useful. Huh? Let me guess, Professor. You have an old invention in the toolbox which might help. I do have something in mind. But then how would we... Wait, transmit the data back here using... And then hook it into the cable, of course! Ha, yes, it worked perfectly. Professor Russell, could you keep the rest of us in the loop? Don't worry. I need to check a few things regardless before we start. I'd recommend heading to the Wolf Fort and learn from them what happened. I'll see about preparing you a little something useful for when you get back. Well, I definitely won't say no, but what little something are we talking about here? That spoiled the surprise. Just you wait. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to the central factory. Just have to borrow Murdoch into going along. Tita, would you mind helping your old grandpa? Maybe? Estelle, I'm sorry. We finally meet again after so long and... It's okay, don't worry. I'm just happy to see you again. We'll be in Zeiss for a good long time, so I'm sure we'll have a chance to spend more time together. Estelle? Yeah, I can't wait. I'm sorry we couldn't give you much of a welcome. Don't worry, Tita. We'll stop by again if the chance comes up, Tita. Perhaps on that day, I too can be greeted with such moist, welcoming eyes. And on that day, you'll have 2 black eyes. Anyway, see you later. We'll contact the guild once we're ready. Well, those 2 haven't changed at all. Yes, Tita hasn't lost any of her adorableness. I was having to fight the urge to just pick her up and hug her. Indeed, a lost little girl being swept up into the arms of a loving, brotherly minstrel after ages of separation. Such a dramatic scene. The thought makes my heart swell. If you tried to grab her out of the blue like that, I'd have to arrest you for abduction, you nitwit. To be honest, I understand what Scheherazade means. Tita's the kind of girl you wish was your little sister. I envy you, Estelle. Hey, Chloe, cut it out. Well, don't worry. Everyone will get to know her soon enough. Except for Olivier, maybe. Estelle, an arrow, my heart. All's fair in love and siblings, my dear Linheim. Now then, let's get started on our guild business, You're right, we should. So let's make our way over to the Wolf Fort while we work on those other jobs. Alright, I'm gonna create a save file just in case. Now I gotta be a little bit more wary. That last crash actually didn't give me a great autosave. I guess loading into that scene in the guild didn't count as entering a new room, so my last autosave was still on the Cecilia. Alright, I think the first thing we need to do is actually go over to the central factory, I think. So, like, remember how to navigate this goddamn thing. There we go. We need to... Oh, this is the one that crashes the game, too. Hopefully it doesn't happen in the notebook. Oh, fuck me! Alright, let's just not open that quest ever again. Let's just go do it. I will refer to online guide when I need to look up information about that. Alright, I've been meaning to show this off. I said like really early on in the playlist that there is a weird problem in second chapter as well as in the third on PC thanks to turbo mode, but we haven't really seen it. So in first chapter, there was like a problem sometimes in loading areas. If you tried to turbo through it, it wouldn't load correctly. But second chapter and the third have a different problem. Let's see if I can get it to work here. I kind of went away there. I tried again. Nope. Come on, you know you want to do it. Or not. Let me try it here. Yeah, there we go. So when you turbo mode, your party members are liable to just clip through the ground. And stuff like this happens. It looks really goofy, so that's why I'm trying not to abuse it too much. The game was clearly not meant to ever have this feature, but it's a pretty big quality of life improvement. And I accept that sometimes things look stupid in exchange for shaving literally hours off of the game. Alright, so I'm supposed to be looking for a guy named Carl. I assume he's going to be in here. I don't know which one he is. That's Hugo. No thanks, Hugo. I don't feel like having a conversation. Oh, it's Gustav. I remember this dude. He's the guy who helped us get into Leiston. Well, this is a surprise. Been a long time. Yeah, it has. You're looking well, Gustav. You're on work again? Yeah, we're filling in a bit for the Zeiss branch. So we'll be in town for a bit. Well, that's good to hear. If anything comes up, you'll be the first one I call. Yeah, leave it to us. By the way, did you go see the professor yet? Yeah, we just went. We got quite the reception from Tita. I bet you did. She really does admire you, you know? Are you Carl? No, you're Prometheus. Where is my boy Carl? Carl with a K. I think that's what I read. Workshop. Yeah, he must be in here. I bet it's this dude. Yeah. Got a sec? We're from the guild. Oh, you came. Huh? What is it? No, you... Aren't you the person who delivered that prototype from Rouen a while back? Did I? Did I? I don't remember that quest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You came to the weapon shop with a black-haired boy. Black-haired boy? That's gotta be Joshua. Thinking about it, I guess that might have happened. Well, if you're curious, have a look in your notebook. Oh, that's right. The notebook totally remembers everything we did from first chapter. No, wait. We have the original notebook. We have the Junior Racer notebook in our inventory. More importantly, I think right now we should talk work. Right. So then, did you come because you saw the board? Of course. Looks like you're recruiting testers for an orbital gun. Yeah, actually, but... Actually, I was just having problems since I wasn't getting many respondents. I know it's kind of sudden, but can I give you the explanation of the job now? Yeah, go ahead. Well then, let me explain. As you know, my request is a test of an orbital gun. I want you to check the reliability of this gun through live battle. Check the reliability? put it very simply, I want you to test its endurance. All machines have failings. You never know unless you use them. The cause of many problems are usually things no one even imagined during the development period. I want to pinpoint any hidden weaknesses and strengthen the reliability of my gun as a weapon. That's the goal of this test. I believe I understand the intent. To use a bit more specialized term, you want a combat demonstration. Yes, exactly. Incidentally, are you the shooter who will be doing the test? Huh, it is a singular pleasure to meet you. I am the roaming poet and musician, the indomitable hunter of love, the one and only Olivier Lindheim. A hunter of... Just ignore that. Sure, he might be a total weirdo, but his skill with a gun is legit. I'm pretty sure that's a text bug. Oh, what's that? Did I detect a slight imbalance of emphasis on the former part of your speech rather than the latter? Well, now what does it matter? Everyone acknowledges your ability. I see. Well, in that case, I guess I'll trust you. Haha, haha. Consider yourself without fear, my good man. Will this really be okay? Anyway, for now, here's the gun. It's a Zero-type Orbital Gun Alpha. I think that's an Alpha. That's the gun I'd like you to test. As thanks for coming, I'll let you have that gratis. Well, that is a most generous gift. Still, this gun, it's got a somewhat unique structure. Ah, of course it does. I'd be more upset if you were familiar with it. After all, the drive portion of this is a new model I developed. How about it? Think you can handle it? Huh, but of course. I'm sure that this gun will play a most beauteous harmony. Great to hear. If you're done stroking that gun, Olivier, we'd like to know more about the job. We still haven't heard exactly what we should be doing. Oh, true enough. Well, please go on. It's more or less as you said. Basically, I want you to wield this gun in live combat and then come back with the results. I'd like you to test it over on the Trat Plains Road. That way, even if trouble comes up, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Understood. The Trat Plains Road. At a minimum, I'd like you to fight 10 battles. Of course, I want you to fight them to the end. Fleeing over and over wouldn't be much of a combat test. Let me check then. Go out onto the Trat Plains Road, equipped with this gun, then fight about 10 battles to victory there. Then, once that's complete, return here and report. Is that about it? Yeah, I think that should do it. If you don't have any more questions, I'd like you to get to it. Everything clear? Yep, I think we got it. We'll be back soon. Olivier, I'm trusting you. Worry not, I never disappoint. Alright, do I have to equip it to him? I already took the, step of removing my stupid cloak quartz. Alright, so let's put that there. I still have that stupid Cyclops on me. I need to sell off the things I'm not using. Basically, I have the entire chapter to do this quest, so no big deal. Let's see, where are we going over to next? Alright, we should talk to Kilika about the Stolen Sign quest. Oh, fuck that quest. I'm so mad already. This is the worst time for this. I'm already aggravated by that quest crashing the game. Now I have to deal with this crap. Seems you had a look at the bulletin board. Will you help with the investigation too? Yeah, that's the idea. So by the sign, do you mean the sign with the crest that hangs outside the branch? Yes, that sign was stolen. There's no particular practical problem as is, but the emblem is the symbol of the guild's mission and duty. With that stolen, we can't just sit quietly. I see. Yeah, kinda hard to ignore that. Really, it looks like someone doesn't think much of us. So, what's the series of events? It was discovered yesterday around noon by Branch Bracer Wong. When he came back to report, he realized the sign was missing. We think that the crime happened during the day then. I was away at the time on other business, but a worker in front of the branch witnessed it. It seems the criminal was a person in disguise. Disguise? Estelle? Could it be... No way. It seems you have a suspicion. So, how about this? Beauteous princess and her companions, the soul of gathered heroes is in my hands. Should you desire its release, you must defeat my curse. The first key is in the city. Search the back of the 40-year-old man. This card was sent shortly after the crime was discovered. From the content, I assume it's declaring responsibility for the crime. It seems it is certain. I knew it. It's him. By him, I assume you mean Phantom Thief Blue Blanc. I have heard about the events in Rouen from Jean. I suppose this case marks a challenge from Phantom Thief B. Interesting. It is a challenge from none other than my rival. Of course I shall accept. I don't know, it seems one-sided, yeah? True, it is a very selfish challenge. You have to accept it, though. Anyway, let's start our investigation with what the card says. Let's see, the card's words, in the city, and the back of the 40-year-old man, huh? If we take it straight as is, I guess we gotta look for an older guy. Certainly looking at it in a literal sense, it would mean that, but after the case at the school, I think it's clear that it won't be so straightforward. Those messages were all metaphors, weren't they? I wonder if this one is too. Well, who knows. There's no point in worrying about it though. Let's start investigating in the city. Yes, I think that's the only real option. Well then, I'll expect good results. Leave it to us. Let's be off. I hate him so much, stupid Blue Blanc. God damn him. Yeah, look, there's where the sign was. Ah, so this is where the problem is. Amazing. It looks like he just lifted the crest portion. Really, what a dexterous person. Without looking at anything, I'm pretty sure the first hint is right there. It's on the back of the clock tower. Holy crap! Did you find something? Yeah, you could say that. There's no doubt about it. That's his card. So what's written on it? 1 second. Beauteous princess and her companions. That which you seek is yet far off. Your second key is in the central factory. Search within the wisest one. And that's it for our next hint. I see. Our next stop is the central factory. Yeah, we know the place, but what do you think this wisest one is? It's not Professor Russell, right? Whoever it is, we know where our next clue can be found at least. Let's go and see what we can find. Let us be off? Yeah, let's go. I'm pretty sure it's referring to the Capel computer. I have done this quest before. God, oh, these quests always scar me. Fucking hate Blue Blanc so much. I hate him. It happens in every game too. Small spoilers. Every fucking game. When I start a quest and it's like, hey, something of mine got stolen. I'm just like, God damn it. I haven't played Sin 3, but I fucking bet. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be so upset when I see it too. I'm gonna be playing as the second class 7. Fucking some bullshit's gonna get stolen in some town where we're having a field study. Bastard. The Orbital Calculator Capel System, version 7.0. I have no idea whether or not that's an upgrade from first chapter. Copyright, Zeiss Central Factory, 1197-1202. Mode, information retrieval. Memory check? Okay. Database accessed. Please input search term. I am Bender. Please insert Gerter. Okay, most of this stuff should be fucking same for what it was last time. I'm not going to go through every bit of information that's inside the Capel. Though I did do it last time. If you forgot or you never saw it, you can find whatever video that was in first chapter where I read every fucking thing in here. Bracer Guild sign. God, what a how did he even get in here? What a dick. Entry, Bracer Guild sign. A metal sign removed from the Zeiss branch of the incompetent Bracer Guild by the genius and dashing Phantom Thief Blue Blanc. While its financial value is insignificant, the shock to the guild members is likely considerable, and reading this now must fill you with shame. Oh, it fills me with something. Ah, I have probably said enough. I need to provide the next key. The third key is in the city. Gaze up at the three-hatted brothers. Note this entry will self-delete. You are recommended to commit this entry to a memo immediately. Oh, I hate him so much. Hey, this? Why the heck is something like this written in the cable? How such a thing was accomplished, I do not know, but the data appears to have been overwritten. Even for my enemy, I must say, bravo. My, he really is a bottomless bag of tricks. Putting that aside, you wrote that down, right? Yeah, of course. Our next stop's somewhere in the town. I believe we're searching for three-hatted brothers. It must be a metaphor of some kind. That's plenty enough to go on, thankfully. Let's head into town. Let me check to make sure it actually self-deleted. I assume it did. Falcom is good about keeping internal consistency. No, that's not what I wanted. Where was it? Was it under, related topics? Universal tech? I think it was in here. It's gone. What a bastard. You know, for as annoying as he is, I have to say, this quest is very memorable. Without cheating, I know where to go. See, three-hatted brothers. I believe it's a building on this side. Is it the actual Russell house? Or no, it's these pipes. Here we go. Here are three chimneys at different heights. Hey, don't you think that this could be the three-hatted brothers? All three are at different heights. I see. Perhaps this is what was meant by brothers. This seems to be the only building with three chimneys at different heights. I'd say it's possible. Why don't we have a look? There was a card stuck to the chimney pipe. Alright, found it. The door has already been opened. Let the souls of heroes descend into the quiet earth. Raise your voice high and chant to the goddess C26DE. Phew, I think the next step is the last. Please let it be the last one. Still, chant to the goddess and the quiet earth of all things. The quiet earth is probably exactly what it sounds like, somewhere underground. The problem is goddess and the incomprehensible part after that. Well, for now, let's go underground. There's only one place I can think of when you say underground in Zeiss. Yeah, let's get going. Okay, it's kind of coming back to me. So obviously, we're heading towards the basement in the factory. Yeah, I remember how it ends, but I don't remember what I have to interact with. I think I have to talk to someone. Let's head into, like, the main part of the factory here. Yep. It's Faye. Faye was the one in the love triangle, right? And we had to, like, buy a thing that would, her boyfriend was, like, trying to make up with her or something. Oh, hey, you guys. Been a while. How you been? Oh, Faye. It's been alright. How about you? Things are crazy busy here as always. And thanks to you, I made up with Brahm. So, I'd say my life's pretty good at the moment. You here on the job too? Yeah, basically. So, there's something we'd like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Could you look at this? A cell showed Faye the memo left by Blue Blanc. The quiet earth, chant to the goddess, and a text string? What about it? We think it's indicating this spot, but there are parts we don't understand. We thought we'd ask you to see if you had an idea. So you think this message is about the basement factory? If that's the case, then... Did you think of something? Could this goddess be me? We're not too worried about that part. It's the bit below that, the number thingy. Right. Right. This text string, C26DE. From the look of it, I'd say it's a product ID code. A product code? Yeah, all the things in the warehouse are organized by those codes. So, as long as you know the code, we should be able to call it up by using the conveyor. So, could you call out this number? Sure, want to give it a try? Please, if you would. No problem, give me 1 second. This is Faye, got a moment? I'd like you to send item C26DE over here. Yeah, C26DE. Thanks, appreciate it. Well, you're in luck. They said they found something under that number. They're sending it out. It really was here? Seems like the person in charge over there was pretty shocked too. Now then, let's see what we get. Ah, looks like it's coming. Huh? The heck is that? Seems kind of familiar. Thank goodness. Finally found it. Oh, isn't that the Bracer Guild? Yep. Thanks for the help. It was nothing really, but why the heck was the guild sign in our warehouse? Where to even start? I'd sit down if I were you. It's a long story. You did well to reclaim it. I had every confidence in you. Glad we were able to live up to your expectations. But man, this time we really got jerked around by Phantom Thief B. Yes, it feels like once again we got a good picture of just how strong he is. Perhaps that was his intention all along. He's trying to intimidate us by showing off his power, in other words? Don't know if he thought it through that far, but still. One way or the other, it's obvious he's no ordinary foe. Be sure to tread with caution. Wise words from a wise woman. Yeah, this task is officially complete. With that, I'd like you to return to your main mission. Understood? If you'll excuse me. Pfft. God, I hate you, Blue Block. Big much ado about nothing. Alright, let me figure out what it is I should be doing next. Well, there's still the gun one. How many did we ultimately get? I think 5. I think I can look in here without causing the game to crash. Yeah, we got 5. So, new model gun is that one. There's still the training mode, which is at Leiston, right? We're supposed to go to the Wolf Fort. That's, is that the thing that connects over into... No, I can't remember. There's a lot of military installations here in, yeah, this is the one that connects to the road that eventually leads into the Republic. I'm gonna create a save file. Just to be safe. What should we do now? There's the training at Leiston, right? So, Leiston Fortress leads out of the town, or rather the road. It leads out of town here to the east. Let's see. Monsters still shouldn't bother me because I have something on a different party member to where they can't really see me. But I could battle them if I touch them. But the gun quest only refers to Trat Plain roads, right? Alright, so Leiston Fortress is this way. I assume we have no problem doing this now. I think we're going to run into Cassius. This is where he's stationed, I believe. What do we got here? Perilous meatballs. Another attack food item. No, don't touch them. Oh, it's so tempting. Actually, you know what I should do? I've been wanting to do it more in this game, but I've been failing, to be honest. Let's read the chest. Even though there wasn't anything in the chest, opening it showered you in confetti. Yay. Oh, X-Seed. Like, I'm tempted to do that with more chests, but it's like, why even bother with the red ones? so I can fight a horde of monsters that are going to give me like no experience. Tear bomb. This chest is empty, not even half empty, just plain empty. Here we go. It's a much easier time than when we had to sneak into here. Any chance you could put that thing back where you found it? I think the next game, the third, did like the craziest job with the chest. There's like a short story that comprises like, I don't know, something like 75% of the chests in the game. And they're out of order too. Like Xseed wants you to like compile them and put them in order. This is Lyson Fortress, headquarters of Her Majesty's Royal Army. Civilians are currently barred from entry. Oh, but we're here about the request you posted on the guild board. Yes, the one which requested help for special training. Did your commander not inform you we were coming? Oh, that, yes. Command did say something about that, now that you mention it. Not even a soldier, and they've roped you into helping with the training, huh? I certainly don't envy you. Well, it's part of the job. Anyway, could you get whoever's in charge? Certainly, but are you sure you're ready? Ready? What do you mean? We've been engaged in a rigorous training program for some time now, with no significant rest breaks. They're probably going to toss you into the meat grinder as soon as you go in. So if you need to change equipment or anything, you should take care of that before going in. I see, okay. Could we get a little bit of time then? Duly noted. Would you mind waiting a bit then? Not a problem. Once you're ready, just say the word and I'll let you in. Well, let's, we're fine. We're not completely min-maxed or anything, but it's fine. Alright, let's kick these soldiers' butts. You folks ready? Alright then, let me get the training command. Well, never mind. Here he is now. Sir. Huh? Is it Cassius? I would hope it's Cassius. Nope, it looks like it's Sid, right? Major Sid! I haven't seen you in ages. Huh, it's nice to see you again. My apologies for all the trouble we caused you during the kidnapping of Professor Russell. You really deserve a much more formal apology at some point, but... No, it's okay. I mean, you let us get away. Your gratitude does me more credit than I deserve, Miss Bright. Anyway, we saw your posting on the board at the guild. You're doing some kind of special training, right? Yes. I'd intend for it to be a simple standard training session, but General Morgan is due to arrive at the base shortly. I thought I'd give the men an extra vigorous workout to make sure they're ready to show off, as it were. Yeah, that makes sense. He's got such a booming voice. You have to be ready for it or else he'll totally throw you off. Indeed. Normally, General Bright would be in charge of this sort of thing. However, he's not present at the moment, so I'm in command for now. Oh, I see. So Dad's usually here, huh? According to the schedule, he should actually be returning soon. If you'll be in Zeiss for a while, Miss Bright, you'll likely have a chance to meet up with him. Yeah, I might. Colonel Sid, it's time, sir. Ah, right. We haven't been talking a bit too long, have we? Officer Belk, if you would please give the rundown. Colonel Sid? Huh? Weren't you Major Sid before? Yes. I actually got the notice just a while ago. I've been promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. Oh, neat. Well, congratulations, Lieutenant Colonel Sid. Thank you. To be honest, though, it's a bit embarrassing. I only did what my country and duty asked of me. Hey, there's no need to be humble. You earned it. I agree, sir. We'll be relying on you even more in the days to come. Officer Belk, I believe I gave you an order. Sorry, sir. Let me explain the subject of our request, then. You want us to assist with training, correct? What specifically did you have in mind? The idea is to have you participate in some stage battles against the soldiers. You'll be fighting 2 back-to-back matches with no time in between whatsoever. You'll need to consider your pace so you don't completely wear yourselves out completely. Non-stop combat with no breaks. This sounds like it's gonna be kinda hard. It'll be rough, I can't deny that. Your role is to go through both battles, not just test, but provide a model for our soldiers. So don't hold back. Fight both battles to win. Understood. Oh, don't worry. We won't be gentle. Huh, well, this is sounding promising. Alright, Officer Belk. Lead the bracers to the training grounds. Yes, sir. I'll see you there, everyone. Follow me if you would. This is kind of weirdly nostalgic, huh? Last time, I couldn't really get a feel for it since it was so dark. But this space is huge. It's really cool. Not so nostalgic for me, but yes, I can see why they call it a fortress. That is the headquarters for the Royal Army, remember? Its purpose is a bit different from that of smaller forts and guard posts you find in the countryside. I do believe the new meat we're to grind now awaits us on the counter. Very well. With our challengers here, we'll begin the staged battles. Your opponent shall be a group of elite bracers. I suggest you give them your all. They are veterans, including the victors of this year's martial arts competition. The victors of a... We're so dead! As explained, you'll be fighting a 2-round combat match. Keep that in mind, and pace yourselves accordingly. We're ready. Heh, I can go as many rounds as you'd like, and more. I'm sure you boys will get tired long before I do. No time like the present then. Both sides, arms at the ready. Begin! Oh, next time! We're gonna kick these soldiers' butts! See you guys then.